Willie Stanley Nyiringita holding fort for Hibackside. Coming up later on Marketplace, we discuss the businesses and how they really felt the pinch on these demonstrations and protests. We do begin the bulletin with the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. SRC has frozen the upward review of salaries for all state officers. SRC chairperson Lyn Mengich says the review will occur taking into account the economy, contractual agreements and the budget. George Maringa opens our bulletin tonight.
For the last 3 days, social media has been on fire as reports emerged of a gazette notice by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, SRC, effecting a salary increment for all state officers. And come Wednesday, SRC was quick to clear the air over the said gazette notice. For starters, it is not a fresh notice.
SRC takes this early opportunity to clarify that the salary increases for state officers has not been newly gazetted as referenced in the media. SRC set and published a gazette notice on 9th August 2023 as part of the third remuneration and benefits review cycle for state officers and other public officers that would be implemented over a 2-year period, 2023-2024 financial years and 2024-2025 financial year. This review came after a 2-year freeze on pay structures for the period 2021-22 financial year and 2022-2023 financial year on account of the impact of COVID-19 on the economy.
The conversation on salary increment would attract reactions from across the political divide.
It would be insensitive for us as members of parliament to accept any purported salary increment amidst the rage that is out there. As a matter of fact, again, I want you to go on record that I, together with my deputy, Honorable Mbui, have rejected in totality the purported salary increment by the SRC.
To be very sincere, personally, even I was very shocked that during this time of unrest for the last 2 weeks or so, I found it very absurd for the SRC to release such news.
SRC has since halted the increment.
SRC hereby freezes the upward review of salaries for all state officers and will review the advice for all other officers, taking into account the current realities of the economy, taking into account any contractual commitments.
Earlier in the day, Public Service Performance and Delivery Management CS Moses Kuria wrote to SRC urging the Commission to de-gazette the increment, citing austerity measures. State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed on X said that President William Ruto had directed the National Treasury to review the gazette notice of August 2023.
In line with what is stipulated in the Public Finance Act, which clearly stipulates that the wage bill should not be more than 35%. I have shared where we are, which is 46%. So the measures that the Commission has put in place and were discussed at length during the last wage bill conference is exactly to do that. How do we get to 35%? So it's not just about saying, can we freeze? It is beyond that to saying, what do we need to do to get to the 35%, because that is what is the commitment. And the measures will, yes, include the allowances, definitely. Your specific question is, will it include salary cuts? Now, remember, when it comes to a salary cut, there is also the law, which then we have to contend with.
When all is said and done, SRC maintains that the conversation on wage bill requires a 360-degree approach.
It actually means, as the SRC Act mandates the Commission to carry out labor studies, in other words, salary surveys, to establish the trend in the market. I did share with you earlier that today we are operating in a number of public officer institutions below 40%. So surely for that cadre, we cannot say, let's just cut pay. because we must speak to. They are also entitled to fair pay, a pay that will attract and retain.
For years, the conversation on wage bill has persisted, even as SRC gives a timeline of 2028 to achieve 35%. But even as that happens, eyes will be on how the next 4 years will play out in order to ensure that 11% is cut out to achieve 35%. George Maringa, TV47,